Hello everyone, Deb here. I am here with some alternatives for the All the Best paper pumpkin kit that I just did the unboxing for the other day. I think yesterday, Saturday. I dug right into this and I made 13 alternative A2 sized cards. So plus the three that we made with the unboxing as intended, I have 16 cards. So the three as intended, of course, are this one, and this one. And I do have the envelopes that came with the kit with them. So I'm going to put them aside. And just quickly, I'm going to show you what I have left. It's not much. I have the tissue paper, the stamp set. Oops, sorry for reaching. The ink spot, which I didn't use in my alternatives. I kept this the only negative, and I was going to use it because you could use either side, but I didn't get around to it on any of my cards. I have one more gold flag and a piece of one of those. A few gems, which I'll surely use, a few dimensionals, which you know I'll use, and a little bit of tear and tape. I did use it, but I guess I didn't use enough. And I have a few strips from cutting down the cards into card mats, and I did use some of them, but these I'm going to toss. And those couple little things that were supposed to be for the belly band, and I forgot about using the belly band, but you know, I still have the box, so I might end up using the belly band. So let me put that stuff aside. I can get rid of that box though. For now, I'm going to stick the stuff in there till I get through these cards, and I will tell you things I used that were not from the kit as we go along. So the first one is this one. I do have one of the envelopes with it. This is on crushed curry because the colors were balmy blue, crushed curry, old olive, and gold. This is one of the card bases that was a solid back, and I cut one of them into three pieces. I believe they were 1 and 7/8, 1 and 7/8, and 1 and 3/4. And I don't remember which one this is. This is a piece of envelope. I only cut one envelope up, and this is from here. And it is cut off a little bit, but it's okay. And then these are the deckled circles, which you've seen me use quite a bit lately if you watch me at all. And those, I don't know if they're still available, but they're in the current mini catalog that goes through the end of December. But I don't know if they're in stock or not. And I did use an embossing folder. They are retired. I don't think I used this one, but because they came in as a set, but I did use this wrapped in texture on this blue piece back here. And this is balmy blue cardstock, whereas that was one of the card bases on the back of it. And I stamped in crushed curry, but I got a little spot. And I did use the gems, and I did put a piece that I cut off of here on the inside on a piece of, that's a piece of basic white. So that's the first alternative. Then the second one, I used a balmy blue cardstock, plain white envelope. This was one of those, it was this, and I cut it in half. And this was the envelope flap that I had cut, this part here. And all I did was trim it here and here. And then I put the sticky part, and I corner rounded the edges with a, what is that thing called? We Are Memory Keeper's corner chomper thingy. Crocodile corner chomper. I like the 1/2 inch side, this side. So that's what I used. And I did it there. I really didn't have to do that one, but I rounded all four corners on this and just the two here because the flap was already a little bit rounded and it wasn't going to show. And then I what did I do? Oh, I brushed this piece with crushed curry. It looks more orangey, but, and I had a scrap of crushed curry. I didn't have a big enough scrap to go all in the back of it. These are all glued down. I did use one of the little stamps, two of the little stamps, and just did an all-over pattern in the background with Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue, and I corner rounded this card here too. This is one of the pieces from the kit, and I bumped that up on dimensionals. And here I heat embossed with, I was going to use gold, but I didn't like how it was looking, so I found this in my stash from I don't know when. It's called Vintage Blue Recollections Signature Special Opaque Sparkle. I have had this so long, I don't know if they still carry this stuff, but um, I maybe should have used a white card because the blue on blue doesn't show up that well, but you can see it there, right? And that says happy birthday. And that was from, I'm holding this stuff on my lap till it falls. That was from Sharing Sunshine, that happy birthday right there. Because I wanted something a little longer and thinner, and then I just put the crushed curry on there to make it pop a little bit more off the card. And so that's the second alternative. On the inside, I also heat embossed. Now this was a piece of the envelope, and it kind of got a little burnt in the middle because the paper's really thin. It was that same embossing powder, another one piece from the kit, a piece I cut off card, and I just went around the edges with crushed curry. So anyway, because of that, I actually brushed more with crushed curry, and it got really yellow looking. I'm not sure why, but that's okay because the flower's kind of yellow. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I forgot I had done that. And that stamp was from the kit. Okay, next up we have this one. I put this on Old Olive card base. See, Old Olive. Because I wanted to bring out the green in this flower. This was one of the pieces from the kit. I used a different embossing folder. This is another piece from that card, one of the card bases that I cut the back of. And this embossing folder is called Into the Clouds. I don't know if that's still available. You'll have to check. I really don't know. And this is from the kit I stamped in Old Olive. This is just a piece of gold foil from my stash. And this is from the kit. I did bump this up on dimensionals from the kit. And the gems I used here actually were from My Mind's Eye. They came in a planner love set. I don't even know where I got this from, but I don't think My Mind's Eye sells this kind of stuff anymore. So, but I had a lot left. All I had used was a couple hearts over here, and this whole row had these gems, and so I used them. And then on the inside, I just used a strip from the card mat that I cut down. And I am putting one of the regular envelopes with it that came with it. So next up, this is the one that was on its side it's this one, but I turned it this way. And this was another piece of the back of the card base. And which card was it? It was this card. See how that's plain? So all those plain pieces so far that I embossed were from the back of this card with the round piece. And I just put some, I think this is, I don't know if this is still available. This is called Shimmer Ribbon 3/8 inch in gold. Uh, I don't know if it retired yet or not, but it's kind of a thin ribbon. Anyway, I just took that card base. This piece fit over so you couldn't tell there was that, area where they put the flowers around. I took the other half of that piece I used on this card and put it on that. And I did texture that with, I think this was the subtle embossing folder. Let me see. That is retired. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Subtle 3D embossing folder. And this I bumped up on foam tape, which I'm pretty sure I got at scrapbook.com. It's on a thick basic white card. I don't have anything on the inside and just a basic white envelope on that. No sentiment on that one. I did use some of the gems from the kit. So everything in this is of course from the kit. So except for the ribbon and the embossing folder and the cardstock and envelope, everything else was from the kit. This one I really like. So instead of putting a sentiment in that circle with the gold, I had those little flowers and one of the gold ones, and I just glued them on there, and then Hello Friend was the stamp in the set, in the kit. I stamped it in Old Olive. I love this background here, and it's got the little gold dots. And then these are stitched, and they are, I always forget the name of them, Stylish Shapes dies. I just used a couple of the circles from there. And then I put 3 gems on, and this ribbon is retired. It's actually Bumblebee in color, not Crushed Curry, but I thought it went well, and I do use that again later. So I just did a bow. That was from 20 to 21 and 21 to 22 when Bumblebee was a color, but I still have a lot of Bumblebee. I actually have a whole nother roll of this, thankfully, because I love it. And I thought that came out really cute. That might be my favorite card so far. I don't know. And just a strip of the paper inside. And then this one I put on a white card base, but I put a piece of, that's a piece of Balmy Blue, not one of the card bases, mats. But this is another piece of that card mat, and I ran that through that, I think that's the same one. Yeah, the same embossing folder, the wrapped, oops, sorry, the wrapped in texture embossing folder. Then I stamped Hello Friend down in the corner here, and I used one of the flower stamps and stamped it in Crushed Curry. This ribbon is, or trim is now retired. It's the elegant trim that came in gold and silver. It's funny because I like silver better than gold as far as jewelry goes, but I use more gold of that. I have 2 packs of that too. I'm getting through it gradually. And this I just tacked down with a glue dot. This is up on foam tape. Um, and sometimes I did use the, like I might have used the tear and tape to put this down, or I might have used wet glue. I'm not sure. Sometimes I use wet glue. And that's just part of this. Um, and I put the white up at the top because that's how they did it, but later you'll see I changed that up. The next one I use a different paper. This is from a gingham collection, Country Gingham. It was in last year's January to April, this year's 2023 January to April mini catalog. So I'm pretty sure that's no longer available. And I did use Crushed Curry. I stamped Wishing You All the Best from the kit and used 2 of those circle things from the kit. I put this on a Crushed Curry card base. This I used the yet another embossing folder. I think that one's called Gingham. Yep. I used the Gingham embossing folder. I'm pretty sure that's retired now too, but don't hold me to that. And then these dots are retired. They're in Bumblebee again. They were from 20 to 22 in color enamel dots. And that color, I didn't write it on here, but I know that's Bumblebee. And I really, that's my second favorite card. And inside, this was actually a mistake. I cut this piece of gingham that I had left wrong, and I was going to put it over here. I ended up having to put it at top and bottom. I thought, okay, and I took those little stamps from the kit and just stamped them in Crushed Curry. Well, I think it came out cute. And I did use one of the envelopes from the set because it had so many of the same flowers as that on. Next up, this is another piece. I used that cloud embossing folder again. Now this one, this is from, I don't know if you watched my unboxing, but if you did, I mentioned that there was a set called Dandelion Wishes, and that I might still have it, and lo and behold, I do. Now I didn't use anything except sending well wishes your way. These were from the kit. This was that piece of the blue off the back. It might be the last one, I'm not sure. This was one of the card bases that I cut down, and then the gems were from the kit. And I used dimensionals on this instead of foam tape. And so that's, I don't know what card we're on. I think inside, oh, here I used the stamp twice, and believe it or not, this is stamped off 3 times for each of these, and it still came out that dark. I was hoping for a lighter image, and I originally only had this on here, but when I was doing that, I somehow got a little line of yellow, so I just put another strip across the bottom. I don't know if your parents might have done this, but my mom, when she used to send cards, she always put the date at the bottom, like if it was somebody's birthday, she'd write their birth date and the year. Like my son is 12/19, it'll be 23 this year. And sometimes she'd put like their age or XOXO or something like that, but she'd sign it like up here. So I thought that would be cool, not for a birthday, but just a little PS or something could go down there. Anyway, I like that one too. This one I love. This I just took one of these mats, I put it on Old Olive card base. I used one of the circles and stamped wishing you all the best. One of the large things that in the original cards was on here. And I had a little piece of this left because I messed up the bow on that other one. And so I just made a tinier bow and put it down here on this. And then those same mind's eye gems were what I used. And inside's just a strip of this paper that I cut off. That's with a plain white envelope. And this, one of those was cut down. I don't, or maybe this was the first I cut it down. I don't remember. But I had a strip of the flower paper. So I went digging for other embellishments. So I came across loose daisy embellishments that I've had and I hardly ever use. So you'll see them on a few cards coming up. And also, I don't know if these are still current, but the brass butterflies. Love those things. I have a pack I didn't open yet, but I'm almost done that pack. And so I put some of the butterflies on, and I used my Zig glue to just, wherever there was a flower on here, I put some glue down, and then I used this thing to pick up the little daisies, and then I put the other side down to push them down and hold them for a minute till the glue took hold. And that's how I did those, and I really love that. So this was a strip off one of these cards, and this was another card mat, the plainish one. And I just, here I didn't have a wide enough scrap of Old Olive, but I had one that was like maybe this wide, so I cut it in half and just glued it on either side of that strip to make it look like it goes all the way behind there. And then this is just glue, actually this is put down with tear and tape here, here, and a strip in the middle. And then I just put the embellishments on. I think it came out really cute. And inside's just another strip of the paper. I tried to make sure, like if the dark blue was up here and the lighter down here, that's how I did the strip. Now this is not the one that had the flowers and stuff on it, but it goes all right. So then, because I had those daisies out, I made a shaker card. This was the last piece of the card that was like this. And these were the last two of the circular, um, what are they? Not marigold. Oh, dandelions, right? Um, so I had a balmy blue card base, and I cut out with the deckled circle dies a circle out of the this piece where where the flowers went around kind of thing, where they had the circle originally with the gold on it. And I laid it on the card base of Balmy Blue, and I took those little dies, stamps again, and just stamped in Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue. And I did that intentionally so I would know where to put the shaker bits when I was laying this on top. Then I found a piece of window sheet. I just had to trim it just a little bit and it fit perfectly. And then I had these, uh, other places sell them too, but these foam adhesive strips, and I used them to go around here. Not quite exactly right there because you see some of these can go different places, but they move around pretty good. And then I also put the strips along the edges and some in here to make it hold sturdy, but you have to put it around here on the back so that it the pieces don't go flying everywhere. These gold one sequins are just from my stash and I don't know where I got them. Probably Dollar Tree or Walmart or somewhere. Michael's, I don't know. Can't remember. They're not labeled and it's been a long time. And then these I just glued down around the edge. I kind of got this one a little off, but it's okay. And then I just put 3 of the gems on, and this is where I cut that one flag. I stamped hello friend in. I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do. I was thinking maybe another circle over here, and I thought, nah, I've done that, and I had 2 of these left. So I stamped it in old olive, and there you go. And inside is just this. Sorry, I'm off frame. So that's it, my little shaker card. Um, and I am putting one of the envelopes from the kit with that one. And then the next one is sort of elegant, sort of. I had one of these panels left, you know, from this card as intended, and it was all gold and white. So I put it on. I backed it with just a thin layer of gold foil, and I put it on a basic white thick card base. I didn't do anything inside. I heat embossed Thinking of You with, this is Stampin' Up! Gold embossing powder. I need to look for a different gold because gold always gives me a trouble with smearing and stuff. And then I wrapped around 3 times and I scotch taped it down to the back um, of the foil, and then I glued the white. Well, I had the white glued onto the foil. I probably used tear and tape for that too. And then that is up on foam tape from scrapbook.com. And I don't think I said nothing inside. Yeah, just a plain envelope for that. Oh, and that Thinking of You is from a different set. That is from Go To Greetings. It's this one down here, I believe. Yeah. So these are not full. These are at 90%, so the image is a little bigger. The stamp left a little bit of a mark and I had a little mess, so I just put 2 of those mind's eye gems right there where it kind of, the stamp left a ridge, and then put one up here. I like that one too. And then my last card is this one. Wishing You All the Best is from the kit. This is from the kit. This is from the kit. I did the same little daisy embellishment technique. I did use some of the gems. Now this paper is from, this is called Dainty Flowers. It's from last year, 2023 celebration. And I wrote, it coordinates with Dainty Delight Bundle, January to April 23, but I don't have that. But I use it with the Wildflower Path stamp set. Anyway, it is this piece. Let me get, I think this is, yeah, it's the sheet that has, you know, let me just show you the big one. It's a sheet that looks like this, really pretty. And then the back is all this greenery. And I think that color might be Mossy Meadow. Let me check. Yeah, it's Mossy Meadow, but that's kind of in the same family as Old Olive. And I thought it went well with the green here on this last strip that I had from that card. I don't remember where I used the other one. You know, I've shown them all. It was a while back, I think. Anyway, you get the idea. So I just layered it, the green, the strip. This I had left from cutting out the circle for the shaker card. So it came out of the middle there of this piece, and it was the plain blue. So I glued it down first and then stamped this, and then this piece is up on dimensionals from the kit. And I have 5 jammies on that, plus the little embellishments. And inside's just another strip of the one of the cards I cut down. So those are my 13 alternatives. I hope you like them. None of them are earth-shattering, but I think they're all pretty and usable. And then these are the 3, that I made as intended yesterday. So 13 alternatives, lots of cards. I don't do that too much anymore. But these are all ones I can use at some point, especially the hello friend. This 1,000 good luck wishes. I don't really have anyone to send that to much. Wishing you all the best can be for anything, going back to college or getting married or whatever. It's not really a wedding card though. So yeah, I have 16 cards out of one kit that was supposed to make 9. So that's what, 7 more cards than intended, but they're different. So I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you enjoyed this too. And I will see you again, hopefully very soon. Bye for now. Hugs, love, and peace. And if I don't see you soon, have a wonderful holiday season. And if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. We do. Bye for now. Hugs, love, and peace.